This is your Spirit Within reading, and it coming directly from your spirit, what your spirit wants you to know, what the spirit inside of you is saying that you may have missed, just some more clarity on the things that you probably already seeing that's going on in your life. So this is your Spirit Within, which covers 9 cards. And the first card is a stork. So this is a card of movement. This suggests stagnant matters will be stirred up and now start to be resolved. On its own, it may simply be read as an event. So maybe something, just one occurrence that's going on. So the book always tells us about things that it may be once the card, because see, basically you get 9 cards, and the cards, when it says buy something, that means like it could be on the side of the card, or it can be under the card, or it can be close to the central card. This is considered your card because it's the first card that was pulled for you. And so the stork always means movement, okay? And it just really plays a part in that a stagnant situation may be moving, okay? And it may be doing something that and I feel that you in whatever first thing that came to your mind, I'm gonna tell you the first thing that came to your mind, I'm going to tell you that that's what it really, really is. Okay. So whatever you're thinking right now, and I think that, okay, tell me if I'm wrong. You were thinking about the guy, right? And you were saying that he that's a stagnant situation because you don't even know what's going on with that. And so I feel like, and you've already been knowing this is something that you've been thinking about, because remember, you pulled these cards on November 23rd, and it's December 9th or 10th by the time you get it. Okay. And so that's a reflection on how your spirit is still, even though I knew that it will be fine whenever you got this, and that, so yeah, I'm hearing so much right now. That's why it's like, oh my, it's so much. Let me keep going. The next, let me just keep going. Woo. And so you can see the owl is next, and basically what that means is, unfortunately, this is not a bird of happiness, but suggests fears and alarms. As the owl symbolizes wisdom, you must be cautious here in your dealings. It may be that the night seems to be long and worrying, and the owl is heard in the distance. This is a metaphor for enduring grief or uncertainties. As the birds get farther away from you, so will your problems. And that means, like, when you do another Spirit Within reading, if you don't get the bird, that means that the bird is getting further away from you. The bird is actually close to you because, okay, this is a swan. The first you had a stork, I mean, and then now you got an owl. So that's 2 birds right behind each other, which kind of causes chaos, unorganized mess, unstructured conversations. But I want you to kind of think about when you are thinking and you're talking to him, you are saying that the conversation, sometimes he feels like he doesn't know how to talk to you. So it's like being very, very alert. I'm pulling that in right now, that this is what that's about. But I can't go off of that, and I have to tell you the what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing. So because that's just me. Like, I feel like I'm letting Mecca come through and saying, Mecca, why are you talking about this man? And I don't know why I'm doing that, but I really feel like Spirit keeps telling me, quieting Mecca down and saying, listen, she needs to know this about this man, so you have to get away from him. So the further away from it gets from you, meaning, because it's your second card, so it also crowns your central card, and that means that it's very, very potent. But also, when I finish what I do with these, once I do these, I use the numbers on the cards to do angel numbers. And see, it's blocking, something's trying to block what I'm saying to you, and I think I'm picking up on you, and so I'm also picking up what you thinking and stuff like that. And even though you're not in the reading, I still can feel you at this moment while you're listening to it. The burden. Okay, so they want you to look for the sun, which ends the long night. Okay, and it's really, really good because you do have a sun in your reading, so you're gonna get there. You're gonna eventually, you're gonna get there. I'm just saying that, that's a stagnant situation. You said that you don't even remember him being in your life before, and that's why I was telling you also you needed to get his birthday so we could kind of figure out what's going on. I know you say he don't really do that, but some type of way you got to get his birthday out of him. And I don't want you, hopefully you haven't told him or you haven't said anything about cutting everything off, because I really would like to get the birthday so we can run the cards so we can see what's going on before you actually cut it off, because you want to know what's going to come up in the next lifetime. You want to know what's this situation with you all, and get a little bit more clarity and understanding about it. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling about this, and what I feel it's going to be some high anxiety, and it's going to make, it's going to be, until you get this situation, it's going to be impossible to calm some of that anxiety down. I'm rubbing right now my throat, so it's like the throat chakra. I'm asking you to, because I know that you're a very verbal person and you don't play games when it comes to the things that you want to say, and I do really like that about you. I just feel like at this time we have to really look, and we got to play all of this right, because we don't want this to come back. Because if you end it and just move on and it's not really the right time, that's why I don't even be saying nothing when you saying that. Because I know that there's times and seasons to do things, and when you don't, it comes back. Or if you don't do it properly, it's not going to manifest the right way that you want it to. Okay, so I really wish we could get that birthday. It'll be okay. All right, so when the birds are next to the fox, conflict between cautious discretion, because the fox is next, okay, and wanting to blab, to be overly watchful. See, discretion and wanting to blab, cautious discretion. See, you see, I said that. You see, I said that. You gotta be cautious. We gotta wait to see what's going on. To be overly watchful, alert, and nervous about something or everything. To be jumpy and suspect everything and everyone. So, self-centered worries, thoughts which circle constantly about oneself, unstable sense of self, messy, chaotic identity, worries about safety, difficulties with concentrating on that which is important, worries about something one deems vitally important, proper self-care in times of stress and chaos. So this is what you're going to have. And I think that you have, so let me say this. I feel like you are a really, you know what you want. You are very secure in things like that, but you do have this sense of, did you lock the door? Did you do this? Did you do that? And I think that that's something buried that we need to uncover. And yeah, okay. So, girl, I'm picking up on you so much. And so whatever you're thinking right now, you need to journal about that, because you don't even realize that you do that sometimes, and that's coming from you being in your addiction phase. But I want you to journal about that and really get down to how you feel about that, and know that you are always safe, because you have a very, very special power around you, and that's why you don't even look nowhere near. If you would not tell anybody, and I think that that's just your blessing and helping others, but if you wouldn't tell anybody that you were had an addiction, no one would ever even believe that or think that, because you do not look like any of that or what you went through. And so the cautious part of you, discretion and wanting to blab, I want you to not We got to figure out the birthday. If we can't figure it, we got to figure it out some type of way. If we can't figure it out, we just gonna have to really, really seek and pray and do some other things before you really end that relationship. Because we got to know. I want to know the past life because it's deeply rooted in past life. I do know that. I just want to know which kind and where it's coming from and what type of energy it's bringing. Okay, so like I was telling you, the fox is next. So this is another ambivalent card. Like the snake, it may be read as a sly person or call for a little cunning on the part of the person having a reading, which is you, you know. Overall, the card indicates someone who is not being entirely honest or is behaving enigmatically. It may be time to admit you are being deceived by someone, and the card near it will indicate by whom. So you know it I told you that it always talks about by this person, by this, by that, or whatever. So we know that it was definitely by the Isle. So we talked about what that meant already. And so on the other side of it is a ship. So to assess the risk of a change, which could be made, to identify as an explorer or to have built one's sense of self around being a globetrotter, someone who doesn't settle down. So self exploration. So this is basically telling you to travel. Okay, that you need to be doing something to leave, even if this means leaving people who depend on you. To not commit for selfish reasons. Someone who won't commit no matter how much you may want them to. You see that? That is him. That is directly. So that's bringing back also this guy, you know. That is bringing back that adventurous versus cautious, to leave someone or something because that's good for oneself, to adapt to a changed environment. So you know, I just felt like this is perfect. And I'm so glad that you expressed this to me before I did this reading. I really am, because I wanted to tell you that so many times, but I knew that it wasn't about me telling you. It was about you saying it out your mouth. Because all of these things that we go through as women, people could tell us and people can put their opinion in it. People could say whatever they want to say. But until the woman wants to do it, it makes no sense to say it to me. And so I would never tell anybody to leave the person that they're with, because I feel like you should do it on the time that you need. So as long as it's not a mental abuse or whatever. But when I saw his picture, I felt like he wasn't good enough for you. And I felt like I don't know if I told you that. I don't know what I said about the picture because I don't remember. But let me tell you something. You have a magical, you have a king that's out of this world. You got somebody that's statured, standing strong. He is good in his faith and his word. He know what he's talking about. He is a doctor or something, honey. That man is not strong enough for you. Okay, he is not even nowhere near on your level. I'm sorry, but you way too good for him. He doesn't even look mature enough to be with you. And I just want to, I'm intentionally quiet. I'm intentionally quiet right now. And look at that music stop. I didn't stop that music. I did not stop this music. I don't know why it stopped. It's not no commercial coming in. None of that. So that's what that was, okay? Ooh, so yeah, that was deep. So now you see we moving on to the ship, okay? Now, so the ship, basically, this lovely positive card usually heralds travel, especially if it falls directly or beside the card representing the person being read for. Now it's under that, it's under the stork, remember? Because the stork was your first card, and so we put the cards in rows of three across, three down, and so that goes right under it. So the ship indicates important travel, right? Whereas the road and the rider combined might suggest a short trip. Well, it wasn't both of those combined, but the road is next, okay? So in olden days, the ship's cargo was its treasure. This card refers to the expression, your ships come in, indicating all your hard work is about to pay off, okay? Now, when the ship comes in, a short reading with the road, the stork, okay, all cards suggesting movement. There should be a sudden flurry of activity after a long period of waiting. Remember, they were saying that it was stagnant, right? And so I know that the road is next as your card. And so basically there's an adventure that's about to happen. All right. So you're free to go wherever you are drawn to go. And you need to change direction and where you was going, because, we were talking about, and this is coming up, this dude is coming up again. And so we were talking about, I had asked you, would you be in a poly relationship with him? And so change the direction of all of that. All right. You are free to go. It keeps saying that. To not be sure whether you should leave, it's okay. You got to contemplate the pros and cons, and then procrastination may happen, but it's a necessary departure and a necessary change. Okay, and then you got the speculations that you have about an absent person's whereabouts, they're true. So you be speculating things, you be thinking things be popping in your head, and it's true. Because like you said, I don't know what he doing, I don't know if he with somebody else. The answer is yes. Okay, and that's just what's all coming up. And I think that now you're ready to hear it when you may not have been before. Because at that time you wasn't even thinking about it. It wasn't nothing, it wasn't a concern that wasn't on your mind. Okay, and it's not that it's a concern for you right now. It's just that it's something that you're waiting, and you're ready, and you're willing to deal with right now. Okay, so you're getting to the road, and that's some more travel. Of course, we talked about some of it already. This indicates a whole new path. That's so beautiful. A new direction for you has just started to take place, or is you're about to embark on it. It is most likely to appear when a new job has just begun, or a love affair has recently ended, or someone has moved home to or out of country, or to back home from the country. But we know what it is. We know that it's about some movement that you're about to have. You are moving things. You are going to be on this adventurous trip. I'm seeing everything with your nationality, your proclamation, all of these things, and this relationship ending. They talk, it's really, really, that's coming out hard. Okay. I'm just checking it out about when it appears by something. Now, it's right up under the bird. This is your central card. So this road is your central card. So that means that it's very, very pertinent in your life right now, because that's your central card. And it's really right up under this bird. You may have taken a wrong or difficult turn. Okay, and so that whenever it falls, the road always indicates something new and points to change. And that's what it was. So the when the that being, being back in that relationship with him was the wrong turn. That was the wrong thing that you didn't even know about. So you don't even understand why you even did it in the first place, because you don't even remember the relationship from before. But I'm seeing that is next also to the moon, so it's an emotional choice. So that was an emotional choice for you, right? There's something that you have to do emotionally, because when we are stopping, taking a break from relationships, it's an emotional part for us. So to deliberate on one's emotions, so that's some fear or the need to be in that relationship. And you don't have to fear making that decision, because we just, but we do want to make sure that we understand the relationship and what happens and what we need to do to end it, to protect you from the emotional impact of having to make the decision. So that's why we still want the birthday. The emotional results of choosing different options. And so you don't want to do it half-heartedly and half-baked. That's why we want the information, okay? You do have very good intuition. That's coming up again too. Okay. Yeah, that's coming up again too. So that's really good. And I think that was really, really beautiful how this all got put together, and how it's going, because this is beautiful. I love it. You guys, that you do have past life with him, because I'm seeing that. So we just got to figure out, like I said, I just really got to figure out how and why, so we can move forward. I'm talking about so we can move forward. Girl, I'm down with you. I'm down with you, sis. Okay, girl, guess what? So some type of way the moon got involved in your cards. That moon was not there, because I took this picture for you on November 23rd. And so when I went to add the next picture from the original picture that was taken, the house is next to the road, not the moon. But obviously God wanted you to hear that. So I'll get us back on track. But you were supposed to have the house. Now I did see the house, and I was like, I was telling myself, I'm like, I think this house was in her reading. And I said, well, you know what? That's okay. I'm going to add it. I'm going to add it at the end. That's what I said. Because I was feeling your house, girl. And it's so beautiful, isn't it? Right. So I don't know how the moon went on. It took a piece of it slid on up in there. So I was like, wow, why is that right there? So we're going to keep that in. I was like, I'm not going back and do that over and erasing it. And the reason why I'm not going to do that is because God wanted you to hear that. So I felt like it was important. It was something that was added. So we have now this house. Now the card represents your home. It may sometimes mean your family home with your parents, as a distinct from where you live now. For it is solid and an anchor in your life. Most often it will appear next to your own card if your concerns were about where to live or perhaps the acquisition of property. Now, that's not the case, because this card was down here on your second row as your sixth card. Okay, before the moon just took over it, your space. So that really wasn't it. Now, you texted me right now, girl. I wanted to tell you that this home was about where you want to be. You see what I'm saying? This home is about that home that you want for you and your grandkids. All right. So I'm also looking to see my stomach, my root chakra just start pounding. Okay. The house and the road together portend a change of address. Okay. So that's going to be good for you. This is a happy card. It is, and if it is surrounded by Sun, moon, or star, it is surrounded by all of that. It means your home life will be both happy and extremely important to you. And it's so funny that it's talk about the moon because the moon took over the house. So it's really like the moon is on top of this house. Okay. And then your next card is the sun. And then right under where the house would have been, if the moon wouldn't have moved it out the way, it would have been the star would be right there. So all of this is falling in place. Is really, really important, and it's really, really going to benefit you. And I'm so happy that you're getting this on 12/12. I really did not realize that it is actually 12/12. So I really feel that that is a blessing, because it is coming at the perfect time, and I could feel the energy of you and how it really is going to play a part in your life. And I'm so happy that is moving forward for you, and that you feel that it's actually a gift for you on today. And so this is so beautiful, and we now know. But you never pressured me or anything or made me feel like some type of way about not getting it. But I realized I actually started this on November 23rd. So we got to look at what's been going on from that time, and just how all of this has affected your life, even regardless if it wasn't even. And this is so powerful, because even though I did not read it, it still played a part into what's going on. And so even this, like having the house and the sun right next to it, that's showing a happy family. This is what you, girl, I want to run. I want to run right now. You have been working on that. You want to have this happy family, and you want to have joy in your home, and start new family traditions, and have family, you and your children ignore conflicts and family secrets, and get through those family things that have nothing to do with love. That's what you want to get past. And you want to build warmth within the family. And it's told you to spend a day. It's telling you to spend a day with your family. And you did that, with your daughters. And you've done that when everybody just piled up in your house, And so, but you do need to do a plan. And some of it's gonna have to be superficial planning, because it's gonna take time for you to build everybody back up. But like you said, if you start with your children, and all of your children be the home front of building a family up, that's gonna bring awareness to the other family members. Now, you need to set some rules. And see, this part is beautiful, because remember, you were talking about some things that happened at the family event that you didn't like. So it's saying the rules, to make sure that the rules are clear and that there are no shades of gray allowed. And you got the confidence in the family and what's going to happen, and with these rules, and you're going to establish them, explain them to everybody, and that's going to make the family stable and confident. I'm so happy for you, girl. It is working out for your good, and that this is all beautiful. And I'm so happy that it is playing out the correct way. All right, so you have the sun next, as you can see. And plus I already told you, but the sun is a wonderful card heralding optimistic outcomes. This means the sun shines on all your affairs, whatever they may be. And when it's beside the ring, this is a sound love affair. Okay, so even though you are ending this one, honey, I see a powerful man, baby, in your overshadowing the man that's not for you. All right. The sun ameliorates all other cards, and taken on its own bestows simple blessings. So it doesn't matter what followed this, what was before this, none of that matters, because the sun, baby, the sun takes over all of that. Okay, so you're gonna have a lot of shared joy, a joyful connection, a superficial relationship. Baby, I'm telling you, it's coming. A link which is there, but not very profound, to be committed to the search for happiness. You see that? Okay, commit yourself to happily and easily, to promise yourself happiness. Okay, and it's going to be an oblivious connection. All right. So basically, you're not even going to see this coming, and it's going to hit you. Okay. And to prove the connection, it's going to be something like, it's going to be, to prove that it's the connection for you, it's going to be in some confidence, in a confidence relationship. And it's going to be, you're going to be attached to it because it's going to make you happy. Okay. And, ooh, he going to be charismatic. Girl, I can feel you smiling right now. I can see you smiling. I cannot stare at you. We are cracking up. I know you laughing, talking about some, okay. I can hear you saying, okay. And so, I can see the way that he makes you smile. So that's how you're gonna know it's him, because all you're gonna do is just be smiling, child. You gonna be smiling so hard your dang on jaws are gonna be hurting. And that's what he gonna make you always feel like you just want to smile, you just happy. And so that's how you gonna know it's him. I'm happy for you, sis. I am hearing, you deserve the glory, you deserve the honor, you deserve all of my praise. Lord, I lift my hands above you. I'm hearing that song. So you need to be playing some type of worship song like that. You are God. That's the song. You are God alone. So that's what we'll find it. And because I think some of the songs that I hear, I know that it was like the church that I was going to, they were writing music and writing songs. So I don't know if they have it like on YouTube. But that's what I was hearing. So I had to go back and put that in. And all you doing right now is focusing on yourself, focusing on what you, because this person is dropping into your lap. So you're not searching, you're not thinking about it, you're not doing anything. You all you doing is continuing what you've been doing already, because he just like standing over there on the sideline waiting to hop in, because you just got to keep on doing what God told you to do. All right, there you go. Okay, now the ring is a wonderful card spelling joy and relationships, as long as the surrounding cards are positive. And all the cards are positive because it's right in between the sun and it's in between a star, right? And it represents a relationship or occasionally a bond with someone that is not about love. And so, that is like in your relationships, some people, and it's so funny that I was saying that even on the show today, I'm going to talk about how relationships are not just with men and women. It's like the relationships that you have with your girlfriends, with your children, things like that. We have to hit with your parents, with, your coworkers, your boss. So all of those things are relationships, and and those are sometimes things that we have to heal from. And so right now you're going to have joy in all those areas. Okay. Now, the ring is a lovely card that refers to strong bonds and happiness. Okay. And so you have that all around. Now, with it being right next to the star, it is a promise to fulfill dreams. That's so beautiful. To never give up hope. It's a spiritual connection, to commit to something, to trustingly, out of blind faith. And that's what you're doing today. That which causes a need for daydreaming and wishful thinking. So it is okay that you daydream about these things. It's okay for you to have wishful thinking, right? To hope that in the future there will be commitment, a future link, a link to the future. Girl, predictable future events that which connects everything to everything else. Commitment to your ideas and to idolize commitment of a specific relationship. So this person is going to have shared hopes and shared vision. So you're not, it's like it's time for us to be on the path with people that have the same visions, the same hopes, and the same dreams. We can't keep, accepting half relationships. And that's where we're moving to. All right. So, yay. I'm super excited for you. It's like it started out rocky because you had so much to, and it wasn't that it was just rocky. It's just that these things that you didn't want to say out your mouth, November 23rd, you didn't say it to me actually until like 2 days ago. And so that's why this had to be held, because it needed to come from you. So God can know that you was truly ready. And then, so that confirmed what you was already feeling. And now it's telling you already at these last cards that it's sun over all of this and that where you moving to. Okay. All right. Because it's just a beautiful thing. I'm not a woman that say, I just want to be single. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. That's not the type of woman I am, and I don't fit. And like right now, my root chakra just jumps. So I feel like that's not the type of woman that you are either. We like male companionship and things like that. And it's going to be the right one. We're not going to settle just for the next Joe. You see what I'm saying? Because you got a mighty man that's standing there waiting, girl. He powerful, girl. He powerful. And like it said, he's very charismatic and it's beautiful. Girl, I'm going to tell you something. I could not find the road card. So I'm going to take a picture and post it and show you how this has been, because I could not find the road card. And now that I'm done, I was going to pick the cards up, and I'm really not done because I got to do your star. But now that's how it has been all day since I've been doing your reading with the cards flat out, because I'm like, where is my road? But this house, and I've been having a house card sit right there because I felt like, where would this, I didn't think the house was in the reading at first, and then I saw it again, and so the road was stuck to the back of the ship, and I literally picked that ship card up and everything. When I was looking for the number, I laid these cards out, because I lay the cards out so I can keep looking at them and know which order that is in, even though I take the picture in order. I still like to visually see it too while I'm talking, so I know what I'm talking about, like this card is next and all of this other stuff. So it's been had behind it, because I was like, dang, I lost the card. I ain't never lost a card, but Spirit told me don't look for it. And so that's why I know that this moon card is very important that's why I wasn't going to go back and take it out when I thought that the house, I never put the house though in the middle, because I just kept saying the house wasn't in the middle. I knew that. So I think that it's all still important. Before I start talking about this star, I want to say that I felt like you may have a crying spell, but it's your tears of joy. It's a happiness. It's just so you feel so elated that you're at the point where you are, because you got so much, man, you about to snap out. Okay, so the star. This is one of the loveliest of the cards. The star is always connected with wishes, but it's also a very good omen for lasting, bright future. Primarily, it should be read as something lucky about to befall for you, and for an indication of dreams coming true, the subject of which can be read in the surrounding cards. You already know that it's by the ring, and it will bode well for a love relationship. And the house, and I said, when I say it's beside the house, because actually it's right up under the house. Expect a domestic wish to materialize, and that is you and your family healing. I know that now. if it appeared in your 9-card spread, so a wish is coming to pass. Okay. And so it always represents a very nice person who tends to wish well on all. And that is definitely you, because you came in my life right at the perfect time. And you just always makes me, feel happy, feel bright. When I feel like I need to call somebody, you're always there. You've been there for me, just to even help me get to the other side of everything that I've been going through. And so I thank you for that. And that's beautiful. Now we got to move into your Mecca, what are you saying? Angel numbers. You are my angel number anyway in my phone. So we're going to move into your angel numbers now. And it's so funny that normally I give somebody, because it's 9 cards. So what I do, and let me tell you how I even got there. So when I first started using this deck, the numbers are not on the bottom of the card. And so I felt I was doing the readings in front of people, and I thought it was very unprofessional to have to look at the card, find it in the book, then go find the number. And so I was like, I'm just going to number the cards. And then one day Spirit was like, give them angel numbers from the cards. And when you go back and you like really listen, you'll see that these numbers actually match up to what it was saying on these cards. And it's like, how was that actually happening? Is the person didn't look up angel numbers and be like, let me put it on page 56. It's just the way it landed in the book, So anyway, what I'm going to do is, because the moon is telling me, so normally people have that last card be like it would have been number 54, but because you got 10 cards, you're gonna get 5 angel numbers, right? And they all will be the double numbers. And because the house is included with the moon, we know that it's going to go with those 2 numbers are going to go together. So let's get started with the angel numbers. Okay, I decided, since this video is already 40 something minutes long, I am going to do your angel numbers on a different card, on a different video, because it's going to take a long time for this to upload, and I don't want it to hinder, and I wanted to save on my phone, because I got to save it to my phone first, then send it to YouTube. All right, so it's going to be on a different video.